amidst the tranquil space. The girl sits quietly, enveloped by her surroundings, her hands working meticulously. A small pair of pliers cuts through the wire, beginning a patient cleaning process. A black dog stands on a high slope, its gentle, curious eyes watching its owner. From above, the valley appears with lush green fields, stretching endlessly. Gray tiled houses sit closely together, embracing the peaceful rhythm of the highlands. The journey ends as she quickly takes off her helmet, shedding the fatigue of the long ride. From the basket of her motorbike, she carefully takes out the tools that have been with her for so long. 4 blue plastic boxes, holding the hope of repair, are brought out into the light. A tiny makeshift workspace is set up right in the middle of vast nature. Carrying the dust of time, the old fan is gently lifted by her. A portable power station is also set down, ready to provide a warm flow of energy. The thin plastic wrapping is torn away, slowly revealing the main subject immersed in silence. A layer of gray dust clings tightly to every plastic crevice, a testament to its forgotten days. A soft click echoes as the box lid opens, beginning a challenging revival process. From the box, a pair of medical gloves is taken out, like a small armor protecting against the dust. She slowly slips her hands into the gloves, focusing her mind on the messy task ahead. Each finger is pulled tight, ensuring maximum flexibility for her skillful techniques. The first electrical connection is made. The plug is pressed firmly as if kindling a small spark of light. The plastic latches are popped open, breaking the fan's rigid outer shell. The protective grill is lifted, exposing the exhausted heart inside the machine. The fan blades, heavy with thick layers of dust, stand motionless and helpless, even though the power is ready. Realizing the jam, she decisively unplugs it, cutting the power to ensure safety. A small cleaning brush glides over, sweeping away the layer of dust, stubbornly clinging to each white grill bar. The gray flakes fall away, restoring a bit of the elegant, original shape to the casing. The white gloved hands wipe along the crevices, sweeping away the last remnants of ruin. The white grill feels lighter, resting peacefully on the ground, waiting for a new spin. Switching to a finer brush, she reaches into the tight, dust-filled corners. The tiny brush works tirelessly, maneuvering to sweep away the dirt, stuck tightly to the fan's inner rim. Carefully, brushing in circles, she awakens the true colors that were once hidden. The rear fan grille also wears a gloomy, gray hue from a lack of care. Once again, the bristles awaken every square hidden under old cobwebs. Her hands twist the blade nut in reverse, breaking the jam of the rusted metal shaft. The tiny knob is also meticulously brushed, completely shedding its rough, sticky coat of dust. The heavy fan blade is finally pulled off the rotating shaft, relieving the burden holding it back. She meticulously runs the brush over every stained ridge, patiently restoring its smooth finish. The thick dust surrenders to her perseverance, gently sliding off onto the ground. The back of the blade is also carefully inspected. All traces of time fade away. Now is the time to face the heart of the machine, where the stiff and broken motor lies. Her hands remove the oscillation lever, clearing the barrier to the core of the problem. The plastic casing is tilted, dumping out the lifeless dirt trapped deep at the bottom. In the distance, the dog stands obediently, waiting, bringing a bit of warmth to the silent void. Debris stuck deep in the crevices pours out, shaking off all the heavy gloom. The screwdriver bites deep into the rusted screws, popping open the cover, protecting the motor. A tangled network of wires slowly reveals itself, holding clues to the energy blockage. With a metal wrench, she uses her strength to remove the worn-out bolts securing the motor block. A dry metallic sound echoes out. The stubborn screw gradually gives way under the young woman's hands. She uses a sharp knife to gently strip the fragile cables, inspecting every suspected breakpoint. Dust blurs her vision. She lightly wipes away a drop of sweat with her arm and continues immersing herself in the work. The scene of labor suddenly becomes more poetic with a wildflower, fragile and swaying in the strong wind. The magnet block is separated, and the bright red copper coil is exposed, but remains completely motionless. Placing the motor block down, she turns over every detail, trying to hold on to a faint glimmer of hope. The red multimeter wakes up. This measuring tool will decipher the hidden faults. The metal probes touch the core, sending a testing current to awaken the life inside. Diagnosing the burnt black spot, she has pinpointed the root cause of its long silence. The heart of the machine is reconnected, tightly protecting the fragile, shiny copper coil. The knife slides gently through the plastic casing, revealing the bright yellow copper core waiting to be revived. A screwdriver tightens the screws, anchoring the belief that the motor will spin like new again. With a small touch of thriftiness, she cleans up the remaining messy, excess wires, restoring neatness and order. The heavy iron block obediently returns to its throne, fitting perfectly in the plastic frame that has held it for years. Thin scissors cut through the rubber layer, paving the way for a powerful new flow of energy. Her hands twist the two wire cores together, a rustic manual connection, yet incredibly secure. A decisive cut trims the excess core length, leaving behind a perfect connection without a single flaw. Her carefulness is brought to the highest level as the final power cable cluster is ready for its test. The multimeter flashes one last time, confirming the continuity of the closed circuits. The two probes touch firmly, and the dancing numbers bring absolute peace of mind to the young mechanic. With everything on track, she removes the measuring device and enters the stage of healing the wounds. The soldering iron cord extends from its coil, bringing the heat ready to melt any obstacles. The heating device connects to the power source, and the heat slowly creeps through the conductive layer. The sparkling roll of solder reveals the magical catalyst that bonds the breaks into a unified whole. The hot soldering iron touches the shiny rosin, which quickly melts to create a perfect cushion. The fiery metal tip contacts the solder roll, and clear liquid drops fall, promising a solid connection. Touching the exposed joint, the solder boils up happily, filling every gap, and fully embracing the fragile copper core. A thin wisp of white smoke floats up, fading into the silence with the pungent smell of mending. As the joint dries solidly, she uses a screwdriver to secure the small capacitor back into its original place. Her quick hands keep up the rhythm of labor, transforming the crippled machine back into a living, vibrant entity. The small black starter block is also verified, ensuring a smooth, flawless spin. A gentle cut strips the final layer of casing, repeating rhythmically like the movements of a seasoned artisan's dance. The red screwdriver presses deep, locking the starter block tightly into a narrow corner, ending the previous looseness and instability. The soldering iron reaches out again, applying an extra silver shield to reinforce the fragile, easily breakable joint. The drops of molten metal sparkle like tiny stars, reconnecting the electrical veins to circulate once more. Her meticulousness shows in the moments waiting for it to cool, ensuring the liquid drops don't spread to the wrong spots. The dance ends smoothly on the bright red cable as the thin residual smoke spreads gently and disappears. Unplugging the heating device, she gently smooths out the rough edges left behind after the major surgery. The silver-white aluminum shaft now carries a new sap of life, standing proud and waiting to spin. The messy cables are neatly coiled up, carefully organized as the moment of revival approaches. The tangled vines of wire lie obediently still, bundled closely together to maintain a peaceful silence. Her skillful hands tighten the final connection, creating a safe, durable launch pad, free from shifting or breaking. The battered old machine smiles, embracing its new heartbeat. BU0061. Deft hands cut away the worn-out wires, beginning the journey of reviving an item thought to be discarded. Each layer of casing is carefully stripped, revealing the fragile metal lifelines inside. The young woman thoughtfully inspects each copper wire, like a doctor checking her patient's pulse. Intense concentration is clearly visible as she uses the tweezers to reach deep into the silent motor. The ends of the wires are reconnected, reconnecting the hope for a cool breeze on a sweltering summer day. Black electrical tape tightly wraps around the joints like a shield, protecting the newly awakened heartbeat. Each meticulous twist is not only for insulation, but also holds the dedication of the rustic mechanic. The messy wiring is gradually neatly arranged, preparing for a new, smoother operational journey. The final zip tie knot is snipped off, freeing up the tangles so the small machine is ready for a new look. The technical restoration phase is complete. Now it's time to wash away the dusty haze of time. The damp towel is wrung dry, bringing a cool, refreshing moisture to begin cleaning the outer shell. Every wipe and scrub removes the grime, restoring the pristine appearance to the fan casing. Even the narrowest crevices around the rotating shaft are carefully and gently cleaned. Is less than, item is greater than. The pitch black coal dust dissolves in the water. Is less than, item is greater than. A testament to the long days this machine was abandoned. Is less than, item is greater than. She patiently washes the towel over and over. Is less than, item is greater than. That perseverance has long been deeply ingrained in the rhythm of life here. Is less than, item is greater than. The towel is wrung dry once more. Is less than, item is greater than. Preparing to cleanse the components that play. Is less than, item is greater than. The role of delivering the breeze. Is less than, item is greater than. The cap holding is less than, item is greater than. The small fan blade is also carefully wiped clean. Is less than, item is greater than. Missing absolutely no details. Es menor que utem. Es mayor que. A thick layer of dust is wiped off each fan blade. Is less than, item is greater than. As if brushing away the exhaustion after many days of clinging. Is less than. Item is greater than. The stubborn plaques are clearly exposed. Is less than, item is greater than. Showing the silent ravages of time. Is less than, item is greater than. But under her caring hands, ist kleiner als Plani, ist größer als. The clean white color gradually appears. Is less than, item is greater than. Bringing a fresh, new vitality. Is less than, item is greater than. The repetitive diligence is not at all boring. Is less than, item is greater than. But rather like a cleansing ritual for the old item. And then the blades briefly spin in the wind. The magic of dedication has created a reviving heartbeat. The tarnished protective grille is lifted, the next piece to complete the machine's shape. The grille is also waiting for the young woman's hands to erase its haggard and unkempt appearance. The smooth towel threads through each plastic spoke, washing away all traces of neglect. The second grille is also brought into view, marking the final cleaning step. The yellow stains gradually fade away, gleaming with the neatness of an item, ready to be used again. Every joint snaps closed, embracing the fan blades inside, completing the spectacular transformation process. Wiping her hands clean after a long effort, a sense of peace and relaxation gradually spreads through the space. The tools are neatly packed into the box, concluding the meticulous repair process. Amidst the mountainous landscape, the power cord is coiled up neatly. The fan is now not only fully intact, but also carries a sense of gratitude. Everything is carefully packed into the plastic basket, preparing for a journey to hand-deliver joy. The water tray is also cleaned up, returning the clearing to its original tranquility. She carries the heavy basket towards the motorbike, bringing along the sweaty fruits of the whole session. The item is placed firmly behind the seat, just as one cherishes and keeps a promise. With the bright red toolbox in hand, her steps are swift, packing up the last of her gear. The roar of the engine bursts forth, breaking the silence of the mountain cliffs, signaling the start of a meaningful journey. Leaving behind the once cluttered dirt patch, the motorbike slowly rolls along on its journey, carrying away a small joy. The rugged and slippery dirt roads amidst the green forest cannot stop the rolling wheels, bringing a cool breeze to the one in need. When the ride comes to a halt, nimble hands unpack the gift under the eager gaze of the recipient. The fan is hand-delivered, bringing along a refreshing, cool breeze to blow away the hardships of life.